Hey guys, this is Ginny and welcome to Awkward Moments Abroad. And this is going to be the first installment in a new series I'm going to be doing. And in each video, I will be telling you guys about an awkward or embarrassing experience that I had abroad, or maybe a horrifying experience. So today, these are going to be, I'm going to try to make them short videos because you might know I have a tendency to ramble on and my videos are super long. So I want to have some shorter videos for those of you who don't have a really long attention span. So my first video today is going to be about one of my first experiences abroad. In 2009, I studied abroad in Bilbao, Spain. And when I flew over, my mom came with me and we spent about a week and a half traveling before we went to Bilbao. So first we went to Barcelona and then we went to Paris. So this story takes place in Paris. It was one of my first times ever traveling abroad. It was my first time traveling overseas. I'd only been to Canada before. And it was really my first time being in such a big city. And I spoke a little bit of French at the time, but I'd only been taking French for I think I think I'd had 5 semesters of French. And we had a great time in Paris, and I thought it was going to be the only time I would ever be in Paris at that point in my life. And if you've ever been to Paris or a lot of other big cities similar to Paris, then you probably know that there are a lot of people, begging for money. There are different scams, and I've encountered, or seen a bunch of different ones. But there was one that me and my mom kind of fell for. We were inexperienced travelers. We hadn't heard about these kinds of scams before. So I wanted to share my experience with you guys. It was super awkward. And yeah, so we were at the Sacre Coeur Cathedral, or I think it's a basilica technically, in Paris. And if you've ever been there or seen pictures, it's just this huge church on the top, and it's on the top of a hill. And there's quite a lot of stairs to walk up to it if you're directly in front of it. And so we were going to walk up, and the stairs at the bottom were kind of blocked off by a bunch of guys with these threads and bracelets. And so we were trying to walk up the stairs, and they're very aggressive, like coming up to us like, oh, you want a bracelet, and we're like, no, we don't want one. And then they go, oh, it's free, and they kept harassing us. So they were saying it's free, and they kept harassing us, and I felt super uncomfortable, and like it was really sketchy. I'm sure my mom probably felt really uncomfortable too, but it was kind of a situation where neither of us really knew how to like get out of it without being like outright rude. And I've since learned that you do just have to kind of be rude. I mean, they're being rude in the first place, but you really just have to like say no and just walk away. But at that point in my life, I was a lot more insecure, not very confident, and my mom and I were both in a new situation. It was her first time traveling overseas as well, and we just didn't really quite know how to react. We were intimidated. They kind of scare you into just doing it. So they said it was free multiple times, and we asked them, "You're sure it's free? You're sure it's free?" And then we were like, "Okay, well, we'll do it then." And so they had us like hold out our hand, and they put the bracelets like around your wrist, and it's just like those friendship bracelets, like braided thread. And they made them, and then once they were done, they started saying like, "Oh, €5 each, €5 each." So they wanted €10 for these stupid thread bracelets, and I didn't have a lot of. I don't think I either had like hardly any money or like no money on me because my mom was carrying the money for both of us, and so I was like, I don't have any money. And then my mom was like, no, I'm not paying you €10 for that. And we were like, you said it was free. And they're like, no, €10, €10. And it was super awkward, super uncomfortable. And in the end, I think my mom ended up giving them like a couple of coins, like a €2 coins or something, and telling them that that was all she had. And we kind of just like walked away, but they were like shouting after us, like, hey, you give money, like give us money. And it was really uncomfortable because they make a big scene and everyone's looking at you. And so if you're ever traveling abroad and you have people approach you telling you they're going to give you something for free, just say no thank you and walk away, because most of the time it's a scam. I've seen a similar scam with roses, especially if you're like in a couple. they'll come up and they'll say, oh, here, do you want a rose? And you say no, and they'll say, oh, it's free for the lady. So they give it to the girl, and then they'll try to make the guy pay for it. So it's kind of like, that's a really popular scam that I saw a lot in Rome. So yeah, that is my first embarrassing, awkward story abroad. And if you guys have any similar awkward stories, go ahead and leave your experiences in the comments. I'd love to read about them. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.